Hey guys, what's going on? This is Bob Variety back with another video. Today in this video, before this video starts, I like a favor to ask of you guys. I can't really make gym content anymore. I mean, I can try. I might have to make it at home. I might have to invest in some dumbbells. I might have to slowly, bit by bit, make my own home gym, which honestly is not a bad idea. It's an investment that I should probably invest in. um, but I I need you guys to share this video with people who you know will like this kind of content. People who you know will. Is that good? That's good. It's probably the best lighting quality I can get. Unless I reset up my desk in front of the window, which would give me evenly distributed lighting, which would probably be very good. But if it's like a really, really sunny day and it flushes out my face, I can't really control that. It's like the downside of using actual natural lighting. I think that's also my problem, is that I'm using artificial lighting, so it looks terrible at that. This is probably the best you're gonna get, as opposed to just that didn't look very good. So, but anyway, I hope you guys share this video with people who you know will like this kind of content. People who you know will enjoy reaction videos or gameplay videos. I'll try and save up and build together a home gym. And that gym I can do boxing training. I can do, regular weightlifting. I could work out twice a week that way. I could I could do it like that, cuz we have stuff where I work. We have a bunch of, I'm sure we have squat racks there. I know we have dumbbell racks, and I could just use dumbbells. I know we have a bench press there. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of things that I could use, or I could, go off of Amazon and get the stuff that way. But anyway, I might invest in a home gym. I might not, but until then, I would really appreciate it if you guys were to share this video with people who you know would like this kind of content. I'm not going to waste your time anymore chatting your ear off, but the kind of content I'm going to the primary content that I'm going to be making now is just going to be reaction videos, gameplays, talking about certain things that I'm interested in. But anyway, let's get right into the video. It's going to be a reaction video. Today we'll be reacting to what Francis did to Wade Wilson's body.
Right. For how long was Wade Wilson tortured by sadistic psychos? Why was torture needed to activate the mutation in test subjects? What on earth happened to Wade's skin? I'll answer these questions and more in this video. If you like Deadpool, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Enjoy! In the film, there is a 16-minute episode that stands out against jokes about jocking off and hurt butts. It's a heartbreaking message from the main character, who hopes to find the cure for his terminal cancer. Even though this episode is different from the rest of the film, it's not devoid of humor. It portrays Wade Wilson as a low-key version of Darkman. Of course, we're talking about Wade's visit to the Workshop, a black market company producing and selling slaves with superpowers. This workshop isn't the first facility of this kind in the Fox cinematic universe. In Logan, a similar establishment was conducting the same shady business. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's pretty clear that in the X-Men world, production and supply of super minions is a whole branch of underground industry, which has serious competition with itself. Still, they have one thing in common, and that's poor sanitation. Upon meeting the workshop administrator and chief physician Francis, aka Ajax, we can't help but wonder, What if Wade Wilson is a mutant? Given his introductory speech and promising terrible pain and agony during the procedure, Francis explains that the serum will be injected into Wade's body in order to activate some mutation genes in his DNA. And that implies that he has those genes. So,
wouldn't activating those genes mean like boom, that's the potion for superpowers? Like, it says this will activate dormant mutant genes in your body. That's what he said in the film, which literally means that the torture was unnecessary. I think that's the whole thing that like he's gonna get at this video, is that he was just torturing Wade because he could.
by the laws of this universe, can we call Deadpool a mutant? Hard to say, but I don't think we can.
Which brings me to another point. They also, like, I don't know, they probably have never mentioned, because I remember in one of those older Spider-Man cartoons, he went to the X-Men to help him with mutation. But a mutant is somebody who was born with their powers. A mutant is somebody who wasn't given their powers, and Spider-Man was technically given his powers. So Spider-Man is not a mutant. But anyway, also, Colossus has gotten absolutely shredded since the first movie.
If we recall the
hashtag bulk, hashtag cut.
canon explanation, most people in this universe have dormant X genes in their DNA, which are passed down through the male line. It's up to genetics or random chances in what generation these genes become active. The serum is supposed to force these genes to wake up, but there's no guarantee that it will work. Francis also explains that in order to activate the mutation, the subject must endure stress, which leads to release of adrenaline. That's why the businessmen torture their future heirs. Adrenaline is a hormone that helps us.
But also, there are, like, things you can give Wade that'll, like, give him adrenaline. Like, they're a literal thing. Like, you don't have to torture him. That's the thing.
Our bodies use as much of its resources as possible in order to overcome stressful or dangerous situations. Looks like adrenaline rushes speed up the mutation. And that leads us to another question. Why torture? Why not use epinephrine, a synthetic variant of adrenaline? One possible explanation is that the test subject must experience fear. However, fear is what triggers the release of adrenaline. That's why adrenaline is known as a stress and fear hormone. So that's not the case. There are nuances in the super slave production economics. It's inhumane and cruel, but it's business anyway. Epinephrine is relatively cheap, but it's still more expensive than waste oil products and stolen energy. That's how they reduce the prime cost of their super wares. Not to mention skimping on syringes. Also, a certain percentage
So, the only reason that they're putting him through torture is because it's cheaper than fake adrenaline?
of raw materials, as Francis calls ordinary people, can't mutate. Cutting costs is not the best explanation of such barbaric approach, but the key reason was clearly mentioned in the story. It's just that they are sick sadistic monsters who like torturing people. They're not even trying to hide it. There's an episode where they put Wilson into a so-called ice bath. If the container itself is not a freezer, then the temperature of water mixed with ice is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Depending on the exact temperature, a person can spend 1 to 4 hours in such cold water without any major damage to their health. Wade seems to be in critical condition. That means he must have spent an entire day in this bath. In this case, the release of adrenaline lasts only a few minutes. The body doesn't always need to keep the concentration of adrenaline in the blood flow high, so keeping Wade in this bath for so long was pointless. Except for sadistic pleasure, of course. Not to mention that he is a Spec Ops soldier who might have undergone such procedure as part of his training. His physical and mental threshold is much higher than that of a family man making banana pancakes for his kids. Also, they didn't tell us much about Cunningham, the dude who was imprisoned along with Wade. So Francis held Wade prisoner for about a month. In the beginning of the film, the antagonist mentioned that it's an average production cycle for the wares. There's no need to keep raw materials for longer. This sadistic entertainment hits its peak when Francis puts Wade into an oxygen deprivation chamber. Its purpose is to lower oxygen levels to the point where the test subjects start suffocating. And just as they're about to lose consciousness, the oxygen levels return to normal. And then the cycle repeats. Continuous asphyxiation for 2 days straight. Unless Francis was exaggerating when he said that he kept doing this for the whole weekend. It's one of the longest and most excruciating tortures in cinema. Okay, at least in film comic series. When Wade ends up on the brink of death, the serum finally activates his mutation and causes irreversible skin damage. This damage looks like burns and scars all over Wade's body. This mutation is not a side effect of oxygen deprivation. It would have turned his skin pale and bluish if it was. If you already know Deadpool's origin story from the comic books, you also know what exactly made Wade Wilson so disfigured. His cancer was the key element in the puzzle. Cancer is a process of abnormal and uncontrolled cell division that creates malignant tumors. The character's regeneration is another process of abnormal cell division, but it's systematic and the body controls it. So these two processes are alike. When Deadpool's power is activated, his cancerous cells seize the opportunity to spread throughout his body. Francis mentions that he has seen such side effects before. It's no surprise to us, since most of his test subjects are desperate, terminally ill people, most of which have cancer. Some scientists theorize that cancer is an unsuccessful or imperfect evolutionary mechanism that's supposed to help people regenerate limbs and organs like amphibians do. One of the episodes in season 4 of The X-Files was dedicated to this theory. Its main character is Leonard Betts, a man whose body has cancer in every single cell. In this episode, Mulder tries to explain to Scully that in Betts' case, his cancer is not an illness, but a natural state of his body. His body uses cancer as a means of regeneration. Not only did he grow a new head on his body, but a whole new body itself. And his old body faked the owner's death. Mulder calls Betts' existence a quantum leap in evolution. So Deadpool is a walking cancerous tumor as well. Francis literally says that Wade's new abilities target his cancerous cells and keep the cancer from spreading further. The cancer is still there, but Wade's mutation controls it. Basically, his body can activate the abnormal cell division when it's necessary, and then stop it when the process is complete. Turn his cancer triggers on and off, so to speak. That's why when his powers were suppressed in episode 2, he was dying again. His body lost the ability to control the cancerous cells. But as one famous person would say, what doesn't kill Deadpool makes him stronger.
Okay, so that was that. 12 minutes. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't need my videos to be all 20, 30 of something like that. But I will be doing some research on how to improve reaction videos, how to improve gameplay videos, how to blah 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 blah. I will do videos like, or I'll watch videos like that. How can I make my reaction videos better? How can I make my gameplay videos better? I will make I will watch videos on that, and like hopefully you guys will get better. Maybe that's why you don't like the reaction videos. At this point, I'm just trying to figure out ways to maybe encourage you guys to enjoy the reaction videos, because that's literally like that in gameplays is all I got. That is all I got for you guys. I'm sorry. But anyway, that's the time we have left in this video. If you like this video, make sure to absolutely just... I don't got a good pun based around the videos today. I'm sorry. It's just going to be hit the like button. Click the like button with a respectable amount of force with your mouse or your finger, whatever device you're watching this on. Click the mouse button with a respectable amount of force. And subscribe if you haven't already, because we're at 170 subscribers. 170 of you guys liked my content enough to subscribe, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I look at that number every day. I'm like, I also have the worst imposter syndrome, because I feel like feel like I can't make good content for you guys, and I'm afraid that y'all is gonna like lose interest in my stuff. And but anyway, click the subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're at 170 subscribers. Click the bell notification so you never miss an update. Share this video with your friends so they can subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.